I would say that with the possible exception of talking with someone who's a sympathetic and thoughtful listener, that exercise is the single most effective treatment for depression, and I would add for anxiety as well. And this is something that's not widely understood, even though the evidence is there in the medical journals. There have been studies done that not only show that exercise is better than a placebo, but show that when compared head to head with antidepressant drugs, exercise is more effective than antidepressant drugs in relieving the symptoms of depression. And of course, it's not only more effective, it has none of the negative side effects of antidepressant drugs, and it has so many other benefits because you not only have an improved mood, you have a sense of pleasure in your body, and you have a sense that you can do something for yourself. So exercise for me is absolutely fundamental to any program that's going to deal with depression or anxiety. And in fact, exercise is a fundamental part of human life. I understand very well that if you're significantly depressed, you feel nailed to your bed or glued to your couch and your TV. You feel like you can't do anything. I think what's important is to begin the process, to begin to move. You may start with 5 or 10-minute long walks. And I've seen that with very, very depressed people. If they just begin with a little bit, then over time, a little bit more becomes possible, and then a little bit more. Even if the research studies say 30 or 40 minutes a day is going to do the trick, you say, oh my God, that's too much, I can never do it. Don't worry about it. Just start with where you are. An exercise that I really like combines dancing with shaking. When you're depressed, you're stuck. That's why I called the book Unstuck, because people say, I am stuck. I'm stuck in my body. I'm stuck in my mind. I can't make decisions. I can't deal with this relationship. I feel like I can't think straight. So I'm saying the simplest way, the simplest, most direct way to get unstuck is to shake things up. And the easiest way to shake up these fixed biological patterns, because depression is really a fixed biological pattern, and often enough a fixed, lethargic, stiff-muscled physical pattern. The easiest way to do it is to shake your body.
Now, this is not exactly brain surgery, and it's very good to see what it looks like and get a sense of it. So Sergio and I are going to demonstrate shaking for you. Sergio, come on. We're going to stand with our feet apart, about shoulder width apart, and let's bend our knees. Very important to bend the knees because we carry a lot of tension there, and it's also, we don't want to be communicating tension up through the body. We want to be shaking so that we really relax. So as you're standing, feel your knees bend and relax your shoulders and your arms too. Again, that's another place we carry a lot of tension. Begin to take a few deep breaths. That's good. Good. Just let go as you take those breaths. Excellent, excellent. Let your eyes close. Good. This is really important, especially if you're working with a group of people, because we tend to be a little self-conscious. And we look around and wonder, how's everybody else doing? And what do they think about how I'm doing? If you close your eyes, you kind of have the opportunity to go back just into your own world. And this is really about your experience of shaking. So breathing deeply, thank nature for the opportunity to do this. And as we put the music on, allow yourself to begin to shake. From your feet, begin now to shake from your feet up through your knees. Good. That's good. Good. Keep shaking. Good. Let the shaking move up through the knees and the hips. Good. That's great. Let it move into your shoulders. It's a great way to take out the tension we carry in our shoulders and our upper backs. Keep shaking. Good. Keep shaking. Let the feeling move up. Right. Keep going. A little more. Good. Let your head go. We carry a lot of tension in our neck and our head. Keep on shaking. Excellent, excellent. Now, this exercise, which may seem a little funny to you the first time you do it, has a universal appeal. As you can see on the screen, we've done this shaking technique all over the world. We've done it with New York City firefighters after 9/11, with doctors in grand rounds in hospitals, with psychiatrists and psychologists who are working with traumatized kids, with medical students, with high school students in Washington, D.C., with athletes and kids in refugee camps and older folks and people of every age and size and color and culture all over the world. Now, at first it seems a little weird, but pretty much everyone learns to love this technique. It's fun and it's effective. Afterwards, you feel a little more energy, a little more relaxed, a little more happy just to be you. The whole idea is just to shake, to let the tension and the stress go. Definitely not to worry about what you look like. That's why we have people close their eyes. You shake through your whole body. Ray Charles used to say, shake that thing. And just do it to the extent that you can. Keep going. That's it. That's great. Fantastic. Okay, stop. All right. Good job.
When I do shaking and dancing, sometimes at first the response is, huh? What do you want me to do? That's a little strange. I say, sure, it's a little strange. All I'm suggesting is that you do it and see what happens. It's an experiment. Take 10 minutes, 15 minutes. What do you have to lose? So just about everybody does it. And afterwards they say, oh man, I feel that pain that I've had in my neck or my shoulders, that pain that I've had for months, that's gone away for the first time in months. Or I feel alert. I feel like I'm here. I don't feel so down in the dumps. Or I feel calmer afterwards, yet calmer and yet energized. Now sometimes, this is important, sometimes as you do this, emotions may come up. All the emotions that our tight bodies and our sometimes rigid minds have suppressed. So you may find yourself crying a little or feeling sad. You may find yourself angry. You may find yourself laughing and happy. My suggestion is just allow it to happen. And as the dance comes, if you feel the emotion, let it out and let it express itself in the movement and in the dance as well. Now, there are many forms of exercise, and what I want to say to you is I've talked about dancing, and I've talked about shaking and dancing, and I've talked about walking. Whatever form suits you is really one you should begin with. For example, if you like swimming, that's beautiful. If you like jumping up and down and shouting, that's great. If you like the shaking and dancing, it's wonderful. Do what you feel really pleases and benefits you most. And if you have difficulty doing it after a while, that's okay. Most of us run into the difficulties. Jimmy Cliff, the reggae musician, whose music I often use, says, opposition will come your way. And it's true. If you're trying to break out of these patterns of stuckness, there will be times when you say, I don't want to do this. This is too much. Whether it's the shaking and dancing or going for a walk or going for a swim, that's okay. Let yourself notice the resistance, jump up and down and scream and say, I don't want to do this. Then go ahead and do it anyway. In the next session, we're going to focus on a number of other techniques that I teach in Unstuck that you can use to help yourself move through and beyond depression. This includes beginning with what kinds of foods and what kinds of supplements will be helpful, how to use drawings and guided imagery to help you mobilize your imagination to solve problems, how you can think about things differently using written exercises, and how you can use traditional Chinese medicine as a way of balancing your body and mind and facilitating this shift which will move you through and beyond depression.